And now, Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And this week, I want to talk about cruising. I was looking through past episodes, and I realized that we never really talked about cruises. We've talked about 6 costly cruise mistakes. We've talked a little bit about, making sure that you're not late getting back to the ship. But we never really talked about cruising. And in the last couple of weeks, I had a lot of phone calls from people inquiring about vacations. And one of the things that I always ask them is, do you want to cruise? And 9 times out of 10, if these people have never cruised before, I get 3 different excuses. Number 1, I don't want to go on a cruise because I'm going to feel claustrophobic. Number 2 is I know I'm going to get sick. And number 3 is I'm going to be bored. So having been on over 30 cruises and over the years, from way back from when I was a younger kid, when the cruise ships were nothing like they are now, I like to address a lot of some of those situations. So first of all, you're going to feel claustrophobic. It really depends upon what kind of a cabin you're going to take and how much time you're going to really spend in that cabin. So if you're going to take an inside cabin which has no windows, you might feel a little claustrophobic. There are options to take cabins that have a porthole window, so at least you can see the ocean. And then, of course, excuse me, my favorite is the balcony cabin because I can sit out there with my coffee. I can watch as we go by through the Caribbean, or when we were in Italy and Greece as we were going through. To me, that's just very, you can't feel claustrophobic like that. Secondly, I'm going to get sick. Most of the people who think they're going to get sick say, oh, yeah, I went fishing with my husband and my friends and I got motion sickness on the boat. These are not boats. They're ships. You can put a boat on a ship, but you can't put a ship on a boat. That's what one of the captains told me one time. They have extend their arms that go out. They're called stabilizers that keep the ships from really moving. You will feel a little bit of sway, but there's a lot of things you can do. You can put on wristbands. You can put a patch behind your ear. There's a thing called Bonine that you can take, which helps with motion sickness if you think that you're going to have it. But 9 times out of 10, people who tell me they think they're going to get motion sick, when they go, it doesn't happen, and they're pleasantly surprised. Now, I always tell them, don't make your first cruise leaving here from Jersey, going over to Bermuda and crossing the Atlantic, because it sometimes could be a little rough. So I wouldn't suggest it for your first cruise until you're kind of used to it. The third one is I'm going to be bored. Well, if you're bored on a cruise ship, there's absolutely something wrong with you, because there is something going on every hour all day long. There's bingo games, there's lectures, there's tours, there's wine tasting, there's all kinds of entertainment, there's parties at night, there's a variety of different restaurants all through the ship that are open different times of the day, and every day you wake up, you're in a different port. So what is cruising? You're on an all-inclusive resort that's floating from city to city. And like I said, every time you wake up, you're in a different port with great excursions and different kinds of adventures. You can lay by the pool, although some people have always said, oh, well, the pools, they get a little crowded. There's no lounge chairs. Most of them have plenty of lounge chairs. You might not be the first guy, first row from the pool, but you're going to get close enough. But anyway, if you have never cruised and you're looking for a cruise, give me a call at the JBL Travel Group, 732-831-5200. Let's talk about your options. Depending on what you want, there is a large variety of cruise lines that will cater to specific needs, and we could find out what you want and what you don't want and what you do want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. This has been Joe Leo with the JBL Travel Group, this week's Travel Minute. Take care.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.